Hi guys, as always, first things first, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you, you're welcome. You're welcome to my channel, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them on the comment box below. But if you're seeing me for the first time, you're welcome to. You're welcome to listen, you're welcome to comment, you're welcome to like, and yeah, let's go down this road together. And as said on Wednesday, today we'll be discussing different roles to apply for when applying to the Disney Sub-Saharan Africa program. And no man is an island, so I had to call on a little help from my friends to say, oh, can I please use your picture, blah blah blah, all that, but yeah, thank you guys. And a little shout out to them: Alpha, Missy, Alicia, Hendrina, Butsilo, Poloko, Amanda, Lizelle, Denise, Garth, Lungelo, and Chris. I'm really sorry, Chris. I'm really sorry, but I had to use your picture. I know you didn't send me your picture, but I really had to. I'm sorry. Video's already up. I'm sorry. So for these roles, you will either have to work at Disney Animal Kingdom Lodge or at Disney Animal Kingdom Park. And I will start off first with the roles at the lodge, and then I will get on to the roles at the park. Like I said on my previous videos, Disney World is one of the biggest companies in the whole world. So you are bound to find a whole lot of roles there. Now at the lodge, this is where you will find food and beverage sitters, and they are responsible for escorting guests to their tables. They also deal with computerized reservations, computerized English. I'm sorry. So they also deal with computerized reservations. They also stock up the cards. They basically do everything there is to do in a lodge to make your experience so much better. Most people travel to Disney as families, so you can imagine a situation where like the adults are having their serious conversation there, and then a kid is like, I'm bored, I need something. So that is where again the sitters come into place, because they do other different activities, fun activities with the kids. It can be kids, it can be adults, but yeah, this is where again they get to do their fun activities. They do face paintings, they do cookie decoration, they play games, they play the drums, so this is something that is really, really cool. Here I'm on holiday, and then I'm like, let me go stay at the lodge, or let me just visit the lodge for a day, and then I get to see someone who is from Africa. Like, that is so authentic. It's not staged authenticity. This is the authentic thing, to get someone right from Africa, and they're teaching me each and everything there is to know about their countries, the languages, how to play the drums, and they're even giving me formal and informal education, so that is something that is really, really cool. That is something that the sitters get a chance to do. Who wouldn't want such a job? So that could be you. It could be you if you get to apply to be a food and bev sitter at the Disney Animal Kingdom Lodge. The other most interesting role at the lodge that you can apply for is a lobby greeter. A lobby greeter, oh my god. A lobby greeter is the face of the lodge. A lobby greeter is the face of the lodge. This is the first person that you see when you enter the doors of the lodge. I'm not talking about the pathway. I'm talking about the doors to the lodge. So this is the first person that you see. This is the person that needs to make the biggest impression ever. This is the person who's going to pass you to the greeter. So imagine you are a lobby greeter, okay? So here I'm applying to be a lobby greeter, and let's see what you have to do. What is the first thing that you think you're supposed to do as a lobby greeter? Imagine you are the face of the lodge. So people who come in, they get to see you first. They get to see you before they see the sitter, before they see the chef, before they see the Savannah guide. So now this is where you are supposed to be well aware of your surrounding. At times people wake up and they're like, I need to go to the other side of Disney, and just a hi, have a magical day, that is something that really brightens someone else's day. But then there's someone else again who's like, oh, you know what, I'm just coming into the lodge right now and I need someone to talk to, So this is where, again, you need to actively interact with the guests. Remember to say hi, remember to greet the guests that enter the lodge, and remember to bid them farewell when they leave the lodge. So a lobby greeter greets, comes up with conversations, like I said, you can make a conversation out of just anything and everything. Be professional about it. But yeah, you're from Africa. So many people are interested, so many people are intrigued that they are seeing someone who is from Africa, not someone who visited Africa for like a month. They're seeing someone who grew up in Africa. So this is your time. This is the time to showcase who you are, represent your country, represent Disney, represent your family, So yeah, you don't know who you might meet. And don't worry, it's not like you're going to stand at the door the whole day, You have your other fellow workmates. So lobby greeters also get a chance to interact with kids, with adults, with families, strike up conversations between kids and adults, play the drums, play with toys, and do not worry about where am I going to get all those things? How would I know that this is right? Blah, 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 That is why I always tell people, if the job description says, I will train you for this, then definitely apply. So Disney will get you prepared for everything. Disney will get you prepared for each and every role there is to find at Disney World. High standards. Like I said in the previous videos, they give you the standards and now you have to uphold them, So, yep. Last but not least, everyone's favorite role. I feel like everyone that I've helped, on Facebook and Instagram, they're always like, I want to be a Savannah guide, But guys, there are so many roles to apply to. There's so many fun roles, and you'll find that most of them, they're connected somehow, It's just different names and different locations, but still we do the same thing, and different costumes too, But yeah, Savannah guides. So as you can tell from the name, Savannah guides, now this is where you get to learn about your animals, conservation, heritage, nature itself. You get to learn, you get to explore different things that you can find out there in the wild. And the Savannah guide will take you throughout the whole thing. The Savannah guide, they will take you through the whole thing. And don't worry, they also do fun activities. They play the djembe. Oh, I don't know if I said that correctly, but yeah, they play the drums. They also do paintings. They also do beads. They different things. Oh my God, guys, there's quite a lot of things. There's quite a lot of fun things to do at Disney World, whether as a guest or as a cast member. So apply to these roles, apply, get to branch out, get to what do you call this, market, do networking. So we have talked about the sitter, the greeter, and the Savannah guide. Now let me tell you guys what all these roles have in common. First, let me repeat the thing that I said I'm going to repeat throughout my whole videos. Punctuality. Punctuality goes hand in hand with respect. Respect your time. If you respect your time, it means you're respecting your fellow cast members, you're respecting your workmates, so that's one of the things. The second thing, everyone is a custodial person. I'm not saying you're going to be wearing the custodial uniform every time, cleaning, blah blah blah, but obviously if you're going to take the drum out, if you're going to bring the paint out, if you're going to bring the beads out, from there, when you move to another location, you have to clean up whatever mess that you made, so that is what makes you a custodial person. And like I said, remember your voice, engaging with guests, older and younger. 2 people, 2 families, 5 families, 20 people. Those are some of the things that we all had in common. Keep them right. Honestly though, it's not like you're going to cram everything, everything comes as you work, everything comes just naturally, like the time thing, you will always remember that, trust me. No one is going to be like, hey, you're supposed to do blah blah blah, it just comes naturally to you. And then same thing with cleaning. It's just like in the morning when you wake up, before you even take a shower, a bath, then you already know you have to make up your bed, Same thing as, oh, okay, I'm going to take out the face paint. So if I'm going to take out the face paint, then once I'm done with this group of kids, then I'm going to take everything back. Or if I don't take it back, then one of my workers can actually use it after me, since I have to go to another location. And then once they use it, I can try to clear out some of the things that are scattered all over. I can try to take care of that while they finish up with the other kids, and then I go to my next location. So those are just some of the things that you need to look out for. Time, respect, so. And now we head on over to the park. I'm sorry, I apologize in advance if I give way too much information or if I seem biased about everything, about other things, but this is where I worked as a park greeter. So at Disney Animal Kingdom Park, you can find park greeters. And just like at the lodge, we are the face of the park. Park greeters are the face of the park. Imagine people are going into the safari, people are going to like conservation stations, things like that. They get to see us. We also have fun activities that we do with the kids, so that is something that is really, really cool. Because we're at the park, there's like thousands and thousands and thousands of people every day. And this is where now you have to think of the other skills that I told you about. Small group, 6 families, 20 people, older person, younger person, those are some of the things that you need to keep in your mind at all times. And trust me, like I said, it's nothing difficult, honestly. Those things, they just happen on its own, like on their own. They just happen on their own. As long as you've got your watch, as long as you've got your wristwatch, then you are fine. You are fine, because like in about 5 minutes I have to leave, and then I have to go to the other location. I have to do this, I have to do this, but yeah, let's get right on to the responsibilities of being a park greeter. And let me tell you guys something very interesting about park greeters. Like the time when I applied to be a park greeter, I thought I'm going to stand at the entrance of the park and greet each and every single person that walks in. Like that's what I thought, like I'm going to be right at the entrance of the park. And you know what I did? I also went on YouTube, story of my life. I went on YouTube, I looked at everything, like I'm like, oh my god, how am I going to manage to greet each and every person that walks in through the gate, And I was like, no, I don't think I'll be able to do this, But the moment I got there, I'm like, oh, I actually have different locations where I work, I can be here by the safari where we get to talk to people about safaris, about Africa in general, different African safaris, mobile safari, like game drives, boat safaris, village walks, all those things. And then I realized that, oh, We have another location actually where we talk about culture, and this is where we talk about different cultures. And I'm not saying at these locations you cannot talk about the other thing that you talk about at the other location, you know, but obviously you will have different props at different locations, and the props on your table, they're the ones that strike up the conversation with people that walk up to you. So if I'm at culture, or I am at safari, and my table has like if I'm at safari and then my table has like a giraffe neck bone, then that's the first thing that people see, and they will ask me about that, like, what is that big thing, you know, what is that, you know. And that is how we get to then just base everything on what's on the table, or just anything. Just make sure you know how to keep the conversation going with the guests, because they will ask you a lot of things. Even if they ask you a lot of things, bear in mind they are not the only guests there. They are not the only guests there. There are other guests coming, and there are people just like us, you know. Some of them most of them, they understand if you talk to them nicely and say, oh, let's include another family, or blah blah blah, you know. They understand that they're not the only people there, you know. So yeah, that's one of the things. And now when you go to culture, they will find other things like those African dresses and stuff like that, and that is how they're like, oh, that is so nice, that's beadwork, I love beadwork. And then you guys get to talk about whatever, you know. So that is something that is very cool. But like I've said before, you can strike up a conversation about anything and everything. Just bear in mind that they are kids, they are families, so everything is professional, everything is family friendly at Disney World. Family friendly, time conscious. Be aware of your surroundings. And then there's another private tour again that we do. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about that, but yeah, as a Pug Rita, there's another private tour that we do, and we basically talk about African elephants, you know. That's how far I can go. So yeah, we basically talk about the African elephants on that tour. So that is something that is really cool. And I think that's it from me today. Bye. Be sure to subscribe, notification bell, so that you do not miss any video from me. And please guys, please share the video with your friends, with your family, anywhere, you know. Support me, subscribe. Any questions on the comment box below.